everybody. This is Chris Miller from the Coach's Box Call Like to See It podcast, and this is our weekly preview for the SEC for Thank God for Football Game Day. This episode, as all of our episodes, are brought to you by Pepsi. I'm telling you guys what, if you're not drinking a Pepsi, I just got done. I just finished one, man. It's awesome. So whether you're gearing up for game day or hanging out with friends, or you just need the perfect refreshing break, nothing quite hits the spot like an ice cold Pepsi. Bold, crisp, always refreshing. Pepsi is the taste that fuels the moment. So crack one open. I need to crack another one open because I just finished this one. And let's jump right into our games this week. We've had some really good SEC games that have been going on all year long. This week, we're going to take just a little step back on them. There's a couple of really nice games as we do start to kind of kick into the conference schedule, not exactly into the meat of things, but you do start seeing the conference schools playing each other a little bit more, not as many non-conference games. South Carolina at LSU. LSU is favored by 9.5 points. We're going to see exactly what South Carolina looks like against a top-tier team like LSU. I think LSU is going to win. Georgia is on the road at Auburn. They're only favored by 3.5 points. These two teams always play each other tough. It'll be interesting to see how Georgia responds after taking the loss. Florida, who I would say it's an upset that they beat Texas, they're taking on number 5 Texas A&M. I think A&M, they're going to do their business at home. 12th man's going to be loud, proud. They're only favored by 7.5. I don't think Florida is going to jump up and make a big shocking upset here. You got another game. You got Washington State at Ole Miss. That's a blowout. Ole Miss is favored by 31.5 points. I look for them to take care of business there. But so let's jump right into our games. We're not going to talk too much about these other ones. Arkansas at Tennessee. That's I don't know if that's exactly a very good game. I think Tennessee is they're gonna take care of their business too. They're favored by 11.5 points. That is one that I'm kind of keeping an eye on because I do think, as we've kind of mentioned a little bit, there's going to be maybe some big changes here going on in Arkansas. Kind of curious to see how all that's going to play out. Not exactly the season they've been looking for. So that's probably one to keep an eye on. But the two best games this week, I think, let's start with the first one. We've got number 6 Oklahoma. They are going to Texas. The game's at the Cotton Bowl. And the crazy part about it is Texas fell out of the rankings, and they're favored by 1.5. So kind of curious to see what this is going to look like. Oklahoma has played, I think, a little bit better than what everybody else has thought that they were going to do this year. So they're on the right track. I mean, they're in the top 10 and playing very, very well. Texas, on the other hand, huge disappointment. Started out preseason number 1, Arch Manning preseason Heisman. Arch Manning has not looked like anything Manning related at all. So this is a game right now where if Texas loses again, and even though they're favored right now, even though they're playing at home, this is a very dangerous game for Sarkisian because this could be it. There's a lot of high expectations going on in Texas. Good recruiting class, but for some reason it looks like Arch Manning is running for his life. So that's a game to kind of keep your eye on that I think is going to be a good game. I think it'll be close. I just don't see Texas winning because Oklahoma is much better, and their defense is going to be chasing Manning all day long. If Manning struggles, will Sarkisian be able to sit him on the bench? That's a big question I have. Now, the biggest game of the week, and it is the primetime game that's not being played in primetime, is number 8 Alabama playing at number 14 Mizzou. That's right. You've got Missouri. They don't even have game day. They decided to go to Oregon this week, which, okay, I guess that's okay. But SEC Nation's there. This is a game that Mizzou, if they want the respect of the entire country, they have to have a showing in this game. The last time they played Alabama, it wasn't pretty. Alabama is favored by 2.5 points. I mean, you've got some interesting storylines going on here. The pundits are saying Mizzou's not a team to sleep on. I personally believe that. They have the number one rushing running back in the country in Ahman Hardy, who is an early Heisman hopeful right now. And you have probably the best quarterback playing right now on the other side with Simpson. And this is the game that if Mizzou can control the line of scrimmage and control the ball and utilize the running game, have short down and distance, it's going to be curious to see how Alabama deals with that, because they're not built that way. If they were built like an old Nick Saban football team, would be a different story. So right now, Alabama they took care of business against upstart Vanderbilt last week, but Mizzou is in a situation where Drinkwitz and the Tigers can have a shot to really propel themselves into the national spotlight. I'm not sure how that'll go. I think it'll be a close game. Personally, I do hope it's a close game as a fan of Mizzou. I am picking the Tigers in an upset because I do think they are built in a way that they can control the ball and control the line of scrimmage. My biggest concern, and if you've watched any Missouri games, is what's going to happen with the secondary, because they have not played really, really well. And Simpson is having a fantastic season. He's taking care of the ball, and he can make big throws. So the Missouri defense has to get in his face. The front four have to do some damage against Alabama. Could be a shootout. It could be. It could go one way or another. I mean, it's as far as how the game is played. I do think it'll be close. I'm hoping it's close, and I'm hoping the Tigers can take care of business and propel themselves to get some national recognition. They've done a great job. Drinkwitz has done a great job. And to be honest with you, Kalen DeBoer has done a great job after having an embarrassing loss to Florida State. Florida State's a good team, but Alabama seems to be finding their groove too back in national contention. So that's the best game. Whatever reason, they're playing at 11 a.m., which I do think favors Mizzou, but we'll see how things go. But it's fun. I'm excited about it, and excited for another week of SEC football, and I can't wait to get the games going. So I'm Chris Miller from the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast, and this is our SEC segment for Thank God for Football Game Day. We'll see you guys again next week.
It's brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.